Hey guys, I'm Alec Candiotes, and I'm here to show you a quick overview of the dashboard. So we've had many inquiries about the dashboard, and the dashboard actually, when we started this, my business partner and I, Kenton, is our tech director. A lot of people were saying, "Yeah, dashboard, dashboard." It was a big discussion point, and I always said, "Yes, dashboard." I don't know. Being a financial guy, the dashboard idea is too rolled up for me, and it's very difficult to manage. And then we always started with transactions and a detail kind of environment, saying, "Well, we want to have access to the detail, to that real raw database." Okay, so my BI actually taps into a database and transactions. But however, as it evolved, we ultimately got to that point of a dashboard, which is cool because we never started there, we ended there, meaning that the whole dashboard environment is rolled up from these detailed transactions. Okay, so I want to show you a little bit about it and all the cool things that helps me and our customers, and why it's so usable. So in the app itself, MyBI, which integrates into any Pastel Partner, Pastel Xpress, or Sage 50 Cloud database, there is a dashboard link. So this is the landing page as you come in, and there, all of those icons are always the dashboard. It actually is available on any of the reports. Okay, so if you go there, this is the dashboard. Okay, so we call it the steering wheel. Okay, so let's start off with some of the things here. Firstly, the steering wheel tells you what your sales cycle is. Okay, so remember in Pastel, you've got quotes. So in this database, is a demo database, super business. It says, well, there are 45 open quotes, adding up to 9.3 million. And sales orders, that's been obviously quotes translate into sales orders, mean what do I need to get out the door? Okay, so that's 6.7 million. And then you've got open purchase orders, there are 27 of them. And that's ultimately something else. If you have an order, a sales order, what would you do? You would now place a purchase order on a supplier to help you. So that's another part of that, well, ordering environment. And then once it's done, this is the income statement environment for the month. That's the sales for the month, the GP for the month, and the net profit for the month. And this little one over here, I'm going to scroll in, it's called unposted. That unposted is actually in Pastel, it's the open batch. Okay, so this will tell you this is open batch. A lot of times people say, wow, what's the sales? And they go, no, this is way lower than I thought. And then they go to the accountant and they say, well, what is going on here? And then suddenly they realize, oh, it's just still an open batch. It hasn't been processed yet. Okay, so that's insight into that unposted invoices environment. Okay, so other things on the dashboard that really is cool is these trend lines. This tells you over the period, is a monthly trend line. It tells you over the period of this database that the app is on. Now, this is a 3-year view. It's actually a 4-year view, sorry. You can go up to 5 years. PSQL has a 5-year window, PSQL database, which sits in the background of Pastel. But okay, we as a norm only bring 2 years forward because it's just so much. But all right, here we've got 4 years just to illustrate. And then you've got trend lines here. This shows you your sales, for instance, that dark blue line there. And then the light blue shows you your GP percentage, or GP, sorry, not percentage, GP. And the bars at the bottom shows your net profit. So they're typically in databases, you wait until year end before you process your depreciation, and then you have a big loss. So you got all these awesome months and then suddenly you have a loss. Okay, that's very, very normal, isn't it? Okay. And these bubbles, we call them the working capital bubbles. Okay, I love working capital. I love managing it, looking after it, making sure that ultimately is healthy. Why? Because without that, business is really tough. Okay, so in these bubbles, we've got debtors with automated debtor days, for instance, and creditors days. Okay, so those creditors days and debtors days are hectic. But anyway, it's because it's a demo database, as I said. But it doesn't matter. It ultimately tells you that, gives you a doubtful debt bubble here and a VAT bubble, all part of working capital. And then obviously your cash, that's the important one that you need to manage. And these two, debtors go into cash, and out of cash you pay creditors. So that's why it's all linked together. If you have an inventory environment, this specific database does not have inventory. But if you have inventory will is sitting over here. And there are cool links between this dashboard and the ultimate reports. For instance, if I go to debtors here, I can click through and I can say, oh, these are my debtors. Okay, that's all my debtors currently. Then I can go back to dashboard, and and then I can go to my creditors and say, that's my creditors. You see, it adds up to 4.5 million, and there we go. That's all our creditors that we currently have. So it's also detailed. It shows you can go down to that by accessing this dashboard and quickly going through to that, which I quite like, because now I've got this overview, this control center I can go to, and I can also go to the detail, which is where MyBI started, by the way. To the right here, we've got how many transactions you currently have, and that's the history lines amount of transactions. Okay, that's the history lines in Pastel languages, the amount of lines on invoices, customer and supplier invoices. This is a balance sheet overview. It's in balance here. Nice. That's the one that find my Zen in zero. That's a cash forecast that we've kind of at MyBI. It's a little thing that we've got there. Okay, it just shows you, all your orders. It says, well, if you take sales orders and you've done them, and you get that cash in, minus your purchase orders, plus cash, plus debtors, minus doubtful debts, minus creditors, and minus VAT, you've got that remains. Okay, so your cash forecast in this environment is I'm a positive. All right. Then you've got that little monitor says liabilities to equity. And these are all the nice trends saying this is 2019 financial years. That was the trend. That's sales 12.4 million versus the next year 22.7 million, and year to date 2021 is 5 million. All right. Then the other thing, which is also lacquer, is working with these slices. Okay, so what often happens is you want to compare stuff quickly. You want to see what actually has happened versus another period. This is very nice for me, at least. If I say, well, my director comes to me and says, well, you know what, I know we're still in the middle of May. This is middle of May that we're currently now sitting in. There's a date for that. What at the end of April? What did the dashboard look until the end of April? So I just hold down Control, I click that, deselect it, and I leave it. And this thing then adapts to the end of April. Everything adapts, actually. Obviously, these are open quotes. They are open quotes. You're not going to change that, but this bottom part will change. But look at this. Your working capital has now changed. And now suddenly, even if you go and click through, you'll see that this is also now changed. Now the numbers differ. Okay, so this thing is not only, it's interactive, and it changes as you kind of like change slices, which also is lacquer, because now you can, you can really look at numbers and you can look at trend lines over periods. The other thing that's also nice, you can just select one period. Okay, so that's only for April 2020. Nice. I see my cash was actually, I had a negative cash position. For the month, it actually flowed out. My assets grew by that amount. My liabilities went up. My equity went up by that amount. All right, and that was my sales for the month. What about year-on-year comparisons? What did my April versus April look like? Okay, then I click both of them. I see. Okay, last year I did 2.197. Now I did 2.170. Okay, so fairly flat movement there. Nice. Also, here I've got an overview. This combines everything in those 2 months into the picture. Okay, so now I can also say quarter on quarter. So let's say the first quarter there and the first quarter here. Okay, and knowing that May is not done yet, then we have a picture here of quarter on quarter kind of growth, and so you can slice through it and really look at the data and really get a good gut feel and a quick overview as to what your business is doing, or how it's doing. I'm sorry. So another thing also, to send this to somebody now quickly, I love this feature. It's called copy feature. So this little picture here, if you press that copy button, okay, what it does, it does a little copy in the background, holds a little picture for you now. And now if I go into any other, I'm just going to open up a new Excel sheet here. I'm just going to say Control V, and there we go. So you can go into your WhatsApp and just send it to your directors after you've sliced. This thing adapts to your slicer that you've got. That was the one slice. And if I go back and I say, I don't want those 2 months, this thing changes. And now I can go copy again. Now it looks different here. And I'm going to say paste. And you'll see these two are not the same. 2.2039, 869. Yeah, and you can also send it in an email. Obviously, it's a picture format. You can go and save it, whatever you want. Okay, and that's nice for your PowerPoint presentations or your management packs, etc., etc. Okay, guys, I think that's enough about the dashboard. Really something cool, quick, and best part is it's automated. So this all happens every single day. Tomorrow, if you open it, new transactions has come in, and it will be updated. So that's actually why it's such a nice tool to manage from. Okay, all right, so it gives you that lucky information that you need to make decisions. Okay, cool. Hope you guys enjoy that. Thank you for your time. Have a great one, guys. Cheers.